Hey yo, what's up you guys? So, I have a new figure for you. And that new figure today is the Marvel Legends Falcon from the Joe Fixability wave. I don't know if I'll get this entire wave. I will definitely get 3 out of the 6 figures. Because I only want 3. But yeah, so just got a Marvel logo down here. It says Marvel's Falcon. You got a nice artwork from the comics for Falcon. And same picture on the other side. You got, in case you're hearing meows in the background, that is my cat. We have the Marvel logo up top. On the back. And you got the picture of the figure on the back. You got all the figures in the wave. And you got a bio that says, Sam Wilson soars to the sky, dispensing justice and restoring faith in humanity. Now, I will say real quick, I was debating between this figure and the DC Multiverse McFarlane Robin figure, and at the time I decided that I was going to get Falcon since it was more likely that he was going to be bought quicker than Robin. So, here he is, with his wings. Now, I don't know if I will... Ooh, can I actually get them off? Yes, I can. Okay, so I will get the wings off. But just a recommendation when you do take the wings, be very careful because I just chipped. Please just stick it into the arms. So here are his wings. I'm just going to show you one set. Hopefully the set matches. It doesn't. So, but yeah, this is the wings. I believe this came with the most recent Vulture, and they're in red. But I didn't get that Vulture yet. But I do plan to eventually. But yeah, so pretty cool. Kind of clear, see-through. I have my camera clearness is a little weird because I can tell it's a little weird. But maybe that's just from my end. His other accessories include 2 pairs of flight hands. Or in some cases we also be used as karate chop hands. And then he does come with the leg for Joe Fixit. But again, I don't know if I'll actually get the entire wave. Although Thunderstrike I might get as well because you can use him in the like Spider-Punk universe. So yeah. But so I mean it looks like a cool figure, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a reuse of the Kingpin body mount. But here is Falcon, Sam Wilson, in all of his glory. First of all, the paint is very accurate. There's not a lot of mispaints on here. They did it pretty well. This is obviously like a modern version of the suit in the comics. Because if it was an actual classic version, there would be like an opening, like a V here, I think. I'm not sure. And I think like the arms would be bare without a costume. So, but yeah, I much prefer this look, obviously. But yeah, so paint is done really well. There's literally like no paint on the legs except for red. But you got all the lines are really well done. Up to the face, it obviously really shines. Got the hair correctly. The eyes are actually looking somewhat forward. You got the little, I guess, I don't know, falcon thing on top of his head. Yeah, I mean, the sculpt is pretty well. This is literally reusing the Sunfire body mold. The only thing that I think is new is literally the gauntlets in the head. I mean, technically the arms are new because they have holes in them, but technically they're not. So, but yeah. So to show you real quick, let me sure. So you have 2 different spots here. The bigger spot is for the smaller part of the wing. You just stick it in like that. Goes in place like that. And then what you do is that the other part, the smaller holes for the bigger part of the wing, you might want to have like your hand like moved inward or like flat. And then you have that, and you just do the same thing on the other side. But yeah, also, that's how far the wings go. Yeah, so. Yeah, man, this is a really short start, I guess. But yeah, by the way, so the story of why I was debating between those two is because they like restocked like a bunch of DC Multiverse and Marvel Legends. They had Phage there too, which is the only other Marvel Legend I was really considering to get. I was considering getting Morbius, but I really want Phage, because I don't want to miss out on another symbiote, because I really like the future. It's not the Future Foundation, but it's some sort of like organization of, and they created a team of symbiotes. I can't remember the name of them, but one of my favorite symbiotes last year is on that team, and I haven't even gotten him, and he's been out like for years now, for like at least a year or so now. Actually, maybe a couple years. But yeah. So I don't know. Is it really? Like, I'm sorry if Is that better? No, it's not. Okay. So I don't know why, because it looks like my camera's a bit fuzzy, so I do apologize for that. Sometimes it occasionally does that. Maybe it always does that, and it just looks better on some cases, and I just never notice it. So I guess we'll get into the articulation. Luckily, his head can move all the way up, as Falcon should be able to, because, well, I don't know, he flies. He can look all the way down. He can look side to side. He got a little bit of tilt. He's got butterfly joints. He's got shoulder joints. They go up that far. Got a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Got a wrist swivel and a hinge. He's got an ab crunch that goes all the way forward, all the way back. Got a waist swivel. My one complaint is that I don't know if they should have done it like differently, like maybe how they did the Superior Octopus figure, because I don't like how they break this up, because it just looks weird. But his legs can kick up that high, and kick back, and kick out that high. Got an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. Got a boot swivel. His ankle down, they move up, and he's got an ankle pivot. Also, I would like to point out that he has sculpted treads on the bottom of his feet. It's kind of cool. Ooh, also, I did want to tell you guys real quick on a side note, I am actually starting to plan to get some G.I. Joe classified figures, because all of a sudden, if you didn't know, I don't think I ever really talked about G.I. Joe on this channel yet, but I did grow up with the 2 live action movies, and I was always obsessed with Snake Eyes, and when I started researching a bit more about it, like outside the movies, I've seen a couple of the old cartoon episodes, I think, but I researched, like the stuff with the comics and whatnot, so I'm going to at least get Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Duke, and then Storm Shadow for sure. But back to the Marvel Legends side of things. This literally is what reminded me of to tell you guys that. But Snake Eyes is really hard to find right now because he came out. He was like the first figure that came out, and he's like really expensive on Amazon. He's like $30. So, but yeah. So I don't have anything to compare them to. But I guess I will do this. Is it the right way? Yes, it is. Yes, I do know that there is a new episode of WandaVision out. I have not seen it yet. although from the things I've been seeing on media and YouTube, it's going to be absolutely nuts. I'm excited, despite the fact that it doesn't sound like I'm super excited in my voice. No, that's just the thing. So yeah. Yeah, so there you go. This is kind of him waiting on the wings. But yeah, so I guess to really show how long it is, if you have the right position. Ooh, that's tight. Oh boy. Alright, so that shoulder joint was really tight, so ooh, that's dangerous. Alright. Yeah, that's dangerous. Alright, so for warning, I think it may just be my finger. It also may just be because it's really cold outside. So that may have something to do with it, but yeah, so here is, so yeah, so just be very wary of that. Try not to force it, because if you try to force it like I did, it actually affects the bicep swivel. So, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.